Hey everyone. This is the final part of the series. I will be. I finally got my Void Elf to max level, so she is 110 now. And I just wanted to go over the experience of, leveling her 100 to 110 and maybe just a little overview of the whole experience in general. Getting to the home stretch of 100 to 110 felt great. I actually felt a little sad leaving my garrison when I hit. I think I started at 89. I think or it was 89 or sorry, 98 or 99. One of the two. They let me start, and part of me kind of wanted to stay with my garrison just a little bit longer. I don't know, and level through Draenor a little bit more. I wanted to get to the Grand. I never got there, but whatever. So I left the garrison and went straight into doing the Broken Shore scenario, which was still quite fun to do, and I think still pretty important. Yeah, I know you can skip it, but I like doing it. I mean, the whole thing of leveling her is just kind of more to enjoy the old content. And at this point, it's almost 2 years old, so it's almost old content. It's current old content. So I did that. I did the scenario to get my, artifact weapon. Where did I start? I started with, Valsharad, I believe. Yeah, I did all that. Saw the dragon die for like the millionth time. Still cried. Ysera, there we go. Then I went to Hyjal and did all that. Then I went over to I can't remember what the name of the place is. The other place by Belstrad. I did all that. And then I did High Mountain last, because it's. I mean, I like the zone, but it's still so mountainy, and it's just. I'm just glad I can fly. I mean, the first time around, it was kind of torture navigating that place. Now, it's not so bad. That's really the only place I don't like the level. Don't like really going to unless I have to. Even though it's a really pretty zone. I mean, all of them were really pretty zones. But going through all those places actually, I don't know, it was quite nice. Best leveling experience, in the whole game, I think. I ended up getting to 109 in like a half. I was done with High Mountain, and it was just like, I'm out of main story quest. So I ended up going back to wherever Eladari Stands is, and finishing up the quests in that area, and doing the whole ring of whole fighting ring that they have there, and killing horde pirates and all that stuff. And I in doing, I did some random, dungeons to just kind of offset that like half a level that I just ran out of, because that's roughly where I was with my when I started. It was like 98, 99 and a half. So it kind of makes sense that I ran out of main story stuff, because I didn't, do dungeons other than when it was appropriate to do the dungeons, like when I had a quest in those dungeons to finish out the zones. That's how I've been doing it the whole time, is doing it that way. It just, I don't know, immersion, I guess. I don't know. It feels right, and I don't feel the need to have to do dungeons to level like I had in other expansions. Like I said before, flying makes doing all this so much easier, and I mean, I get in the beginning of an expansion to not have flying, but you know what? Once you're leveling alts, flying should be enabled. To me, I don't really care for doing the quests. I just would rather just pay some gold and have flying. But I mean, like I've said before, the achievements for flying is, I guess, a good compromise versus not having it at all. But I'd rather them go back to the way they had before. Once I actually hit max level, we'll talk about real quick. Once I actually hit max level, it's just like insane how fast you fill out your artifact weapon. Like, I hit 110, I had 2 tokens for artifact power, and I used both of them, and that filled me out. That filled out all my traits. Up to, the infinite trait. So, doing that is so much easier than it used to be, having to grind out all the artifact power, which is how it should be at this point in the expansion. I mean, it's just about over. I mean, we're a couple months away from, Battle for Azeroth. I think overall, for leveling in World of Warcraft, just in general, is kind of the experience that I want. For me, I already have a max level toon. Hell, I have plenty of max level toons. When I go back and level, really what I'm doing most of the time isn't I want this toon for raiding or something. It's more, I want to go back and play this old content. Like, this is something I want to do, is to just kill some time, or just kill some time between patches or expansions. And it's just, I think the pacing is actually quite perfect. The difficulty and everything. I got to see all this old content and actually experience it better than I did before, when, before the level scaling, when you just kind of started at level 1 and you sneezed and you're level 10, and then maybe you yawn and you're level 20. It made it so much better. Leveling that way was fine, especially if you were like, I want this character for I want to be able to heal my raid, and have like a off healer or whatever for my raid team. Well, that's great. Now it's just sort of like, well, if you really want that, and you want it fast, that's what the paid level, level up is for. Get to 110. But if you want to actually play the game as a game, and just want to go through and see the old expansions and whatnot, like you did before, remember old memories and stuff, you can do that. It's a lot better to do that now. You actually get to be there in the expansion instead of just kind of coast by. So ultimately, the changes to leveling, the level scaling in all zones has been a good thing. It really made the game different. It's something else to do, something that's always something that you can do if you get bored playing the game, and just go back. So yeah, that has been my leveling experience from level 20 when I started my Void off all the way to 110. I'm sure at some point I'll level her up to 120 and Battle for Azeroth, but for now she is 110. I'm just kind of using her to do all the stuff in the expansion again, a little out of order, but we're doing it and it's kind of fun. Doing Suramar right now. That's going to take me a while. Cause just when you think you're done, there's more and more and more. So yeah, let me know how have you liked the new level scaling and Legion. And until next time, bye.